More than 3,000 feet above sea level in the North Carolina mountains is Kid Brewer Stadium, the Rock, home to the Appalachian State Mountaineers, and Boone is ready for this one. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense will take the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Makes the grab. It's Kamara. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Kamara. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. Finds his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Cobb. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. They're bringing heat. With the catch, it's Kamara. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more.
I got it! I got it!
Ah,
sucker! Boy, you better not get caught.
Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations.
What the fuck?
In college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost
bullshit.
football games this year, and so all signs right now are pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Off from the shotgun. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles. Getting set for the point after.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Offense getting set for first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll run it again. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give from the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Mountaineers are flying down the field. They'll leave it with him. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They move the tight end all over. To the ground with the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. The Mountaineers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. And now a chance to pull even. 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. Just causing wreckage in the secondary.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he pumps it up inside the 20. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays.
What
you
the
get
living
out,
fuck?
You need a chance to go decompress.
How do you miss square and he goes?
Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner is stopped. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get
running toward the tape. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
Huh? That's a game changer right there, bro.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. Sweet feet on the move. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Wide out in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Sheriff. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
Okay.
He looks that one in nicely. Touchdown, Appalachian State. They take the lead with the 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Georgia Southern in a hurry. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man on the right.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Handoff from the gun.
God damn it.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Eagles are on the move. They'll give it to him again.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll throw it on first down.
Oh,
Catch in the middle.
man,
It's
you just had your head on, right?
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the end zone.
Thank you.
Picked off.
Out that way and that way.
And they'll drag him down after
Down
a
he
good return on
goes.
the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Touch pass on the run.
Bro, you better get out of my end zone.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion. So everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And the Mountaineers pick up the first down.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10.
Going that way.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Quarterback checking off. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking downfield, it's Sheriff. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They've got the screen set up. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw.
Oh, shit.
And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. In the gun end, looking to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Suggs. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Shoots it to the left.
Ha, nice pick, boy.
Intercepted.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Sheriff. Unleashes one deep. This will be picked.
Why didn't you jump for the fucking ball?
They needed.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game?
Goddamn
Remember, they're
computer.
down, and
AI
it seems
control
like
that.
the opponent's got
That's
this
what I'm
game in
doing here.
hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Unloads it left. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And it's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Final minute, going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's not afraid to go
Come on,
deep.
drop. That's what I'm talking about.
It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, App State. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the score.
And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to him. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. He'll come out throwing on first down. Buys a little time. He'll let it go down the right side. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this